Hello, this is Michael Sexton from YouPlus.biz. Today we're going to be talking about how to deal with the YouPlus.biz email signature. Once you've logged in and have your dashboard up and going, we're ready to start. This is an example of my dashboard. We're going to be dealing with two different sections of the dashboard. The first is step one, the video information section. That's the section where you entered in your name, your telephone number, your website. It's also the section where you entered in your logo and entered in your social media links. The second section that we're going to be dealing with is the branding page and links section. We're going to scroll down here past the branding page, past the links to the email signature section. You'll notice an HTML editing window, which is where we are going to be able to modify the email signature. You'll also notice that there's a drop-down menu with a variety of templates listed there. If we go ahead and click on a different template, it will show us how the email signature looks in that template. There's a wide variety of current templates with new templates being added all the time. Here I'm going to choose the architect template, and you can see what the email signature looks like with all the information filled in into this type of template. I'm now going to select the simplified type of template, and you'll be able to see what that looks like. And again, choosing a more complex template with the logo on the side. All elements on here are modifiable, whether they're through the visual HTML editor or the text-oriented HTML editor, which I'll show you in a moment. Let's say I like the way that this signature looks. I'm going to go ahead and preview it and save it by clicking on the Preview and Save button. There are a couple different ways of copying your signature. It depends on the browser that you're dealing with. Right now I'm dealing with the latest version of Safari. Both the latest version of Safari and the Chrome browser allow me to have the Copy Signature button, which copies the signature onto the clipboard. If you're dealing with an older version of Safari or Internet Explorer or Microsoft Edge, follow the instructions at the bottom of this window in order for your signature to be copied to your clipboard. I'm going to go ahead and close this window and go to my email application. Here I'm going to my Gmail application, going to my Settings tab, then I scroll down to my Gmail email signature window and go ahead and paste my email signature. Since it's on my dashboard, for me, I'm dealing with a Mac, Command V, paste my signature into that window. And very importantly, don't forget to scroll down and save that signature. I'm going to go up and compose now, and you see my default signature appears in my composition window. This email icon is again linked to my branding page, my logo is linked to my company page, and the social media icons are linked to my social media pages. I'm going to close this now and pull up my Outlook, my other email application. I have a new composition window here. I'm going to go up and visit the Signatures section, and going down to Edit Signatures, it's going to bring up the list of current signatures that I have. Pull this over there. I'm going to go ahead and hit the plus button, create a new signature, get rid of its default, go ahead and paste my new signature in there. Again, on the Apple, it's Command V, give it a new name, and I'm good to go. When I look at my signatures pull down menu again, I see the new signature I added, go down there, select that, and boom, it comes in there as a signature. You can also make that a default signature if you like. This method of copying and pasting your email signature into your email application works well on most applications. There may be some difficulty in using this on IBM-based systems that are cloud-based, such as Outlook.com on the web or some other large-scale institutional system. So please test and make sure this works on your system. Now I'm going to show you how you make some simple modifications to your email signature. Going back into the HTML editing window, I'm going to go up to View and Show Visual Aids. That'll show you the box structure of the HTML signature. Everything's located in a certain box in a table. I'm going to go ahead and change the color of some type by selecting that type, coming down here to the drop-down color menu, select a different color, I'm able to change it back to black so you can see it, and there's a simple modification of color. I can add and modify text. I can add and modify links. I can add images. There's a variety of different things I can do in this very simple editor. Let's say I wanted to change the location of my company logo. I'm simply going to select the image itself, hit the delete key, come up here to a different box, put my cursor in that box, go over to the Add Image icon. I can add any kind of image I want as long as it's publicly accessible on a public server with a URL. I can stick that URL in the location here. Just make sure that image isn't too big, because every time you create an email, it's going to pull that image from the server, and every time your client opens up your email, it's also going to pull that image from the server. You can also add an image from the list. Currently we have just a vertical bar, your email icon, or your logo as listed on there. So if I type in my logo or pop in my logo, it's going to bring up the URL for that logo. I can modify the image, change its proportions, but right now I want to link that image to the main website. I'm going to go ahead and click on the add link and stick in its URL. I'm going to go put in the URL of the YouPlus website. Clicking OK enables that image to be linked to the website. Now I want to see how it looks without the visual aids. I'm going to go down here and do a preview. Turn that off. Look at it in the preview. You can see the new position of the logo. Now I'm going to come down and save this email signature so I always have it accessible. I can modify it in the future. I'm going to click on the Save button. Clicking the Save Signature button allows me to save this for future modification. Coming back to the Save Signature button, you can see that that's the signature I just worked on. If you're an advanced programmer or know how to deal with HTML, you can modify this signature directly through HTML text. By clicking on the coding icon, you can bring up the HTML of the signature. Say I wanted to link my email icon instead of the branding page, which is the default, I'm going to link it to my LinkedIn profile. I'm going to go down and find out my LinkedIn profile URL. I can also copy that from the first section because I have it listed in my social media, or just find the URL in the code itself. I go ahead and copy the LinkedIn URL, go find the URL of my email icon, and paste in the LinkedIn URL. Now my email icon image will be linked to my LinkedIn page instead of the branding page, which is the normal default. Hitting OK keeps the code, but I want to be sure that I save this email signature. And that's how easy it is to deal with the email signature on YouPlus.biz. Thank you very much.